Okay, so this is Steel Douglas. This is my screen name in Minecraft. My real name is Adam. If you've watched any of Max Rider's or Scotty Garbidis' videos, you may have seen me or heard me in those videos. I am taking up Mike Deering on his hardcore challenge, and this is my first episode. Setting generator structures off. We'll type large biomes and pasting in the seed. Alrighty. I think that's pretty much everything we need. Hardcore challenge. Start of June 2013. Here we go. And we wait. Alrighty. Dawn of a new day. Time to get busy. Sugarcane's always good. At the get-go. I apologize for the lag. I believe it should get a little bit better here as this gets going. Alrighty, we see coal, but we're going to need some wood first before we start punching stuff. Alrighty, so I attempted the first hardcore challenge. I wasn't the best at keeping track of my time, how long each day was. To my rough estimate, I was near the 16-day mark, but never posted anything, so it is what it is. I died in the nether, being stupid, trying to go for glory. This time, I'm going to take a more conservative approach. I'm still going to try to keep it interesting, but I'm not going to push the envelope. And there's some trees over there, and plenty of pigs, which we cannot kill. Pumpkins, excellent. So, we got a good start here. Cows, chickens would be awesome here, if we could find some chickens. Alright, so 5 seeds, 6 sugarcane. We're gonna make that work. I think we can make good use of that so far. Alright, yes, I know I'm sprinting. It's not the most wise thing in the world, but I want to avoid jumping. I'm in a happy medium between living at night and starving to death, so. The exciting tree punching scene. I'm sure this is in every hardcore challenge video, and if not, you're probably not going to last long. Alright, let's start getting some basics out of the way. And jumping the gun here. Mighty pickaxe. And the mighty axe. And I see more pumpkins in the distance there, so we'll continue to chop some trees, get some wood, get some pumpkins, start establishing a settlement here soon. Because being in the wilderness in the dark is not cool. I don't know if most of you have a hard time with not sprinting like I do, because it's what I do on any other server, because food is not an issue. So far, still no chickens. Plenty of cows, plenty of sheep, which are useless to me. Pretty good seed so far, I might say. It's got quite a few of the basics right at the get-go, so that's a good thing. So plenty of coal. I'm going to start mining some of that as well as cobble, because these tools are not going to last long. I also need to start getting some food planted and growing, but I'm just trying to get a good idea on what's around me at the moment, rather than start food somewhere and decide I'm not going to settle anywhere near that. So, extreme hills, a lot of jumping, hunger's already down 2 haunches. Man, more pumpkins down in the background over there. Alright, so, without any further ado, let's get some seeds planted while we got some time. And there's a chicken. Excellent. Guess we know where to set up shop at. I'm carrying extra stuff in my inventory when it's unneeded. Therefore, we will be spending this wooden hoe and putting down wrong blocks because my mouse is janky evidently. And there it goes. Alright, chickens, excellent. So, let's get a shovel made and get these little dudes where they rightfully belong, in a hole. And I guess while I'm waiting, we only need a couple seeds to get some chickens going, so no sense in letting the other ones not do their work for me. Alright, chickens, let's get to your new home here. Come on in, excellent, and chill out there for a while. Alright, so, large cliff faces, I'm going to assume we'll be seeing coal. Didn't watch much of Mike Deering's first video, plenty more chickens, I'll probably transfer them later. Just the very opening, read the rules, got the seed. Like I said, I tried the first one, I was fairly familiar with what was going on. So, yeah, just figured I'd go at it at this point. This place looks as good as any to start living my life in the Minecraft hardcore world. Because as we know, when night falls, bad things happen. I'll try to keep things as interesting as I can, but trying to force myself to talk about things can also distract me from keeping a solid mindset on what needs to be done and what needs to be done first. So if I'm silent, I apologize. I guess I'm more about completing the challenge than I am about entertaining at this point. Once I get to a good, solid base, I'm sure you'll see me screaming like a little girl, fighting zombies, and hopefully not dying. But no promises. I might just be cool all the way through this thing. Because I am cool. So I hear. So, yeah, basically right now I'm just going to be using up this wooden pick as to not waste any resources and take up any unneeded space in my inventory. Got some coal, we can start putting down some torches for safety, and I'll be a Neanderthal and live in a cave. Maybe I'll make a nice structure here in several days, but that is going to be in a while, because necessities first, food will be the big one, and there goes my pick. Getting wheat to grow is not going to be awesome because it takes forever. Fighting skeletons for bones probably won't be the most prudent, as it's going to take a lot of hunger. Right now, getting these chickens probably together, getting some eggs going, and making some pumpkin pie will probably be in my best interest. So let's find these chickens over here. Got plenty of stone for the tools at the moment. Let's see, got the sheep over here. A couple more eggs. There's some more chickens. A couple more chickens. And this is the brightest chicken of them all. He found one little hole to stay in, and that's where he's going to stay because I don't have time for his shenanigans. Alright, so it's already starting to set on my first day, and these chickens are driving me crazy because they're taking their sweet old time following me. Chickens. A little bit more wood would probably be a good idea. Come on in, the water's nice, even though there's no water. No, 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 you stupid chickens. Look, look, remember this? I got you in here in the first place? These seeds? Yeah, they look delicious. Come on. Come on. You know you want them. That guy's like some... I won't go there. Let's just say Bangkok. Okay? Ping pong balls. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, so we got that going. I shouldn't be sprinting, but it's getting night and it's getting scary. How much wood do I've got? Not enough for a door. Excellent. So we're gonna use the very high-tech dirt door. Okay, so we don't have a whole lot of coal, and this will be the moment in which we get to mine in the dark. Another riveting moment, almost as thrilling as punching trees, but just as necessary nevertheless. So, trimming up some cobble. Oh, I got still some logs on me, so ignore that high-tech dirt door. I guess zombies can bust doors anyway, so I meant to do that. Really did. 2 eggs. Should have tried to find a third, but times get tight. We'll run out there to Mr. Chickens, and hope they'll have another egg for me. Should have everything needed for pumpkin pie, but I'm gonna wait as long as I can here. Hopefully find something. Cue spooky music. It's always a good omen. So I'm talking about not wanting to eat right now. And the majestic stairway down, which there's grass. Excellent. So generally this hill isn't very deep. Not sure if, what direction I headed. I guess I probably headed southeast for the most part. And that was my chords, which I don't know if I'm supposed to show that or not. I forget. But not that big of a deal. It was cheating. Sorry. I'm not supposed to say which direction I'm going. Sorry. My rules were secondhand information. I guess I should have looked at them myself, but with real life events in place, I wasn't really worrying too much or spending a lot of time looking for the rules. I thought I had a pretty good idea on what I was supposed to do and go from there. So if I have to sing a song, I will try to sing a song, potentially, but so far I've had no luck finding any kind of minerals whatsoever. Iron would always be welcomed, because buckets would be good to start indoor growing. That's pretty much about it. There's some good old gravel we can get flint from that will do us no good whatsoever. And there's one stone picked down. Okay. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this cobble right here. Make some steps. And I guess we need a pick, don't we? That's probably why I put this crafting bench down. Stone pick. Wooden axes. Carve a nice little stairway here, has to not use up any unneeded hunger, as I've only got 3.5 hunches left at this point. I know I haven't gone too far. The first day's always the hardest. No encountering of the baddies, which can be good, because that also takes hunger. But you can also get rotten flesh, bones, string. All these things can be used to achieve food, one way or the other. So, sometimes fighting baddies has its payoff, but I'm a big wuss. Not as big as Max Rider, but, you know, who is. But I'm going to try to get a suit of armor, at least a breastplate, before I tackle the wilderness at dark, and hopefully not die. I don't want to be out this quick. I also like making stairways deep enough that you're not bouncing your head off the walls every time you go down a flight of steps. It's just one of my personal pet peeves. Just do not like that. I feel like it's sloppy mining. You just bust out 1 square ahead of you and 2 down, and everything would be great after that. Can't wait for this wooden shovel to break. It's awful. Looking at the clock here, it's probably coming to the end of the first day. So, I'm not too far ahead of myself here. We're going to go check out what's going on outside and probably wrap it up. So, as you can see, still 4 haunches, got some seeds, got some sugar cane, plenty of pumpkins. Not doing too bad. There's an Enderman. I may have just looked at him. No, I did not. Okay, that's great. Here's a zombie. We're gonna go say hi. Okay, stone sword. I don't know. Enderman? Hey buddy, what's going on? Oh, there's a skeleton over there. And that was one poor zombie. Here comes Mr. Skeleton. Blocking for a little added protection as I have no armor. He missed me. I think the smart approach would be something like so. Magic bow. Got shot in the face. Excellent. Now some arrows, some XP. Nothing to get super excited about. Yep, some bones. That's not bad. Well, we are down to 2.5 haunches. So, I'm going to try branching out here to the side. I think the mountain continues this way a little ways, maybe not super far. Hoping to find some coal. Iron would be cool as well. And stone shovel's breaking, or wooden shovel breaking is also kind of nice because I don't like wooden tools. They're horrible. Let's see if we bust open into open. Nope. Okay. Yes, I know this isn't, you know, good branch mining. I figured I might as well clean this area out in case I want to make a garden. Something like that. But down to 2 haunches, only down half heart. Not horrible. Not great, but not horrible. Might be visiting my chicken friends here shortly. Alright, it is starting to dawn. There's an egg right there. So, we're going to grab the egg, we're going to run back inside like a little coward, and it's time for some pumpkin pie. 3 sugar, 3 eggs. Didn't do it right. There we go. Made it more complicated than it needed to be. I don't make pumpkin pie that much. I'm more of a steak and potatoes kind of guy. Alrighty, so use our teleport. He's not in here. It's a new day, and with that, we are going to call this video done. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I know the punching trees and digging cobble was thrilling. I think I'm off to a good start, and hope to get better from here. Catch you guys later. Goodbye.